I don't know.
Is time up?
That's tough. Yeah, time's out.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with 2 motherfuckers.
Oh, damn it.
So technically 10. We will do this again next week with me.
Okay.
I'll let you tally
After you've
me.
forgotten the ones I just said.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to do them this week. But it's an interesting study about people's vocabulary and what they determined made a intelligent speaking person.
So are the cuss words a better speaking person because they can come up with more words?
Well, it's tougher. It's tougher to come up with those words
than it is an animal.
So if you have a bigger, a bigger vocabulary in the cuss word, and all I'm going to be doing for the next week is just walking around being like,
so you're smarter than me.
Cocksucker, clit, cunt, twat.
Oh, twat.
You forgot twat.
You notice how cunt was like my second word? Yeah. That's the one I went with.
Cunt.
You're not even supposed to say that word, and I said it 3 times this podcast.
You're not supposed to say that word. Is that like a new thing? Like you can't say faggot or...
Yeah, I think it's like...
It's offensive.
It's the ultimately offensive word you can use. Women hate it. I don't think a guy would care.
Yeah, have you ever met a woman that doesn't? Because I've met a couple of them that are just like, cunt doesn't bother me. And then there's the panties and the moist.
Yeah, a lot of girls have problems with
panties
both
and moist.
words, and when you put them together, they lose their minds.
It has to do with the fact that as soon as you say panties, we think of one thing, and as soon as you say moist panties, we think of one thing.
It's because of your moist pussy.
We're making you uncomfortable by being a guy.
Yeah, talking about your genitals.
That'd be, I don't know. I don't think it would
hard
be
cock. Let's talk about it.
It wouldn't bother us.
No.
Be like, yeah.
It would excite me.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, let's talk about it. Brian Urlacher has hair.
I saw the photo. He looks ridiculous.
Doesn't he?
It's like he grew hair and he has no idea what to do with it.
Right. They even give him like a little, what are they called? Colic? So his hair
maybe it's natural.
Goes that way?
Natural. Well, yeah, my little nephew has one of those right in the front of his head.
Right, but it's right there. That's where Brian was bald. Like he lost his hair like I did, like in the...
No, I thought he shaved it.
No, this is all like
all
Bosley.
Fake hair.
Yeah, this is fake hair.
Why would he do that now?
I don't know.
He's like 40.
I don't. He did it. Yeah, he was on the Colin Cowherd, and they had the 2 guys that did the surgery on him. And he said that the vegetation or whatever they did, he said it was a very, very nice process. So yeah, that picture of him that doesn't speak well. Like that picture of him does not make me be like, oh, sweet.
I was gonna say,
I can go get.
Have you ever considered doing that?
I've looked into it. I've never gotten prices. I couldn't bring myself to be that vain, I guess.
How many thousands of dollars do you think we're talking?
I'm thinking you're probably looking at $40,000.
Whoa, no way. How much is a boob job? It's not even that much.
Well, a boob job probably 10 to 15. A tummy tuck is 10.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I would think restoring the growth of a hair follicle, a billion of them has got to be. I also did the what's that? New grain or no gain?
Rogaine.
Rogaine.
Yeah.
I did that shit for a while, and then like the little like white hairs like just on your face like everywhere.
Oh yeah, like the peach fuzz.
Yeah, the peach fuzz that you have everywhere else.
Yeah,
like that shit started getting thick
on your face.
Yeah, like on my face. I wasn't applying it to my face, and then any hair that was growing in on like the hair that I was losing was all peach fuzzy. Like it wasn't growing in. It wasn't like It was just like I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Now I look crazy.
I had a roommate that was starting to bald, and so he started doing the Rogaine too.
Was he successful at it?
Well, he said he noticed the difference.
Okay.
That when he used it, but he said it wasn't like it's coming back. He noticed that it's sticking around, and if he stopped using it, it started going away faster.
Okay.
And then when he used it, it stopped
it from falling out.
Yeah, but it was like an ultimate thing that's going to happen.
Right.
The Rogaine just kept it from happening right now. It was like a Band-Aid.
I could see that. Yeah, because I didn't grow any hair. I just grew that little peach fuzz where I didn't have hair. And I also had a buddy of mine who did the Propecia, the pill.
Okay.
And he swore by it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was like, "Oh, my hair looks great."
But doesn't that has to affect every hair on your body if it's a
I would
pill?
imagine. Yeah.
Because even the rub you're doing is affecting your face.
Yeah, he's a hairy dude. But
Do you think that's just because when you rinse your hair, it fell on your face?
I would hope not. You're supposed to put it in once in the morning and once before you go to bed.
The Rogaine.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Rogaine.
okay. Oh, so I assumed it was like a foam.
Yeah, you put in your hand,
okay,
and then you massage
so it's like a mousse.
it. You massage it through
your
scalp. Yeah, it's like a mousse, and it smells.
Oh,
it smells terrible. It smelled so bad that I eventually learned to love it. I missed it once I stopped using it. I missed the smell of it. But the first couple weeks, I was just like, "Oh, this is awful."
And isn't it like $60 a bottle?
Oh
or something?
yeah, it's so expensive. My mom was like, "I'll help you."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right," but it was so bad. But yeah, my buddy who has Propecia, he had the bald spot in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty cool, but yeah, it wasn't helping that. He just couldn't see it.
Yeah.
He just it looks great.
And then you see one of those photos of yourself from behind.
Right.
You're like, what?
Motherfucker.
It always looks worse on a camera for some reason.
Right.
Like, because I know a lot of people I know will have that, like, the balding.
Right.
You don't really, I mean, it's noticeable, but you don't think about it.
Right.
But if you see a photo of that person, it's like,
yeah.
you just, whoa, they're bald.
Dude, that's the worst because like it actually developed a photophobia for me because like I hated taking photos.
No photos, please.
Yeah, I hated taking photos. No photos, please. Because then I would see them and my hair like I would go out at night thinking, all right, looking good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'd see a photo of me at that bar that night, and I'd be like,
all that confidence is just sucked out of you.
Just killed, like, you idiot. You're going to have to do something else.
And you stood there having that conversation like a champ when you look like a chump.
You asshole. So then I'd have to try and do something different with it, and it would end up even looking worse, and... yeah, pictures are terrible for guys who are losing their hair. Oh, what a horrible
We just
thing.
talked about this not too long ago privately about you going through that, and I don't recall you trying different things. I just remember you like, yeah, I wear hats now every day.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that you were balding.
Oh God, yeah.
Because you were just so like hats on, always with the hat. I just thought, man, this guy loves Cardinals.
Well, and Limp Bizkit. He loves the Cardinals and Fred Durst because, yeah, I started wearing a hat right when I realized that Fred Durst was bald.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, what a perfect cover-up. Like, you can't even tell Fred looks like such a badass.
Right.
So I'll just start wearing hats.
Mm-hmm.
But wearing a hat backwards all the time
Yeah.
is so annoying.
And if you're doing it to hide something,
Right.
now you can't even take it off to scratch your head.
Right.
Because you don't want people to see what's underneath. So now you're living with this hat.
Now, yeah, and that hat, it almost becomes like you want to make chin straps for it because you don't want the wind to blow it off. And I was hanging around such horrible people at the time that they thought it was funny to take my hat and run away with it. So I would get all insecure and start sweating.
That.
And I mean, this is after the hat is already matted down. What little hair I have to like, I've got head.
You look
hat bald head.
Now you take the head off, and boy, do you look pathetic.
Yeah. And it's not like these fucks would like do it in the privacy of my home. No, this is while we're out on the town.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to talk to a girl or something. They're
Yeah.
like, hey, look. All out of jealousy because I was talking to the pretty girl. And
Or you
he
say
wasn't.
something like, "Oh yeah, my quarterback just
Right.
Oh yeah, hat's
Yep.
gone." Like,
Or
dick.
just come up from behind and flip the back of the cap and it'd go flying, and he could see the panic in my face as I go scrambling in the air for my hat toupee.
You know, and my
Assholes.
my entire life, I've had people, walk and slap the hat so it gets crooked, and they're just being playful and
Right.
I hate that so much. I would go in like a rage of just anger.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Right.
And I didn't have the feeling of like, oh, don't knock my head off because I don't want people to see that my hair's gone.
Oh, God.
I can't even imagine your sense of anger if someone were to do that.
There was this one time.
I would have killed somebody.
I'll tell this story real quick before we go to break. But I was at a bar, and there was a waitress she was our waitress, and she was getting off of work, and I was talking to her, and she asked what we were doing after they closed, and we were going to a party or something. She's like, "Do you care if I come?" So she got off work early, and she sat down, and I'm just sitting there talking to her from across the table. And here comes this asshole, and he hits the back of my hat off, almost hits her in the face with it. I grab my beer, my glass bottle beer, and I reach across the table because he was sitting next to her, and just, you know how you normally just do the little tink,
right,
and it makes it overflow?
Yeah.
I fucking full on went, shattered
Blew up
my
the
bottle through his bottle. Both bottles shattered.
Holy shit.
I had glass stuck in my hand
my
for
God.
weeks. I mean, just little shards. I was bleeding all over the place. He was like, "What the fuck, man? What's your problem?" I was
Whoa.
like,
Now you're the psycho.
Right. I even went as far as to invite him up there like 2 months ago before this happened and be like, "Hey, man, listen, I got a couple of things to talk to you about. You know how you like doing the hat thing?
Yeah.
You know, you obviously understand I'm self-conscious about it. Why do you have to do that in public? Why do you have to do that
Like
to me?"
try to reason with
Yeah.
them like, hey, this really is a problem for me.
And this guy, he had already gone through it at a younger age, so he just started shaving his head.
Oh.
And he was like, "Why don't you just shave your head, man?" I was like, "I don't want to."
So he's the guy that's out of the hair closet.
Yeah,
so to speak.
he's out, so he's trying to, I don't know,
And
tough
he's
love,
antagonizing. Yeah, like
love me into it.
My life's never been better, bro.
If he would have told me that, then he may have gotten through, because
Yeah.
that's how I approach it now. If I talk to anybody who's losing their hair and they ask me, it's like, dude, it's such a relief. It really is.
Yeah.
I wish I could walk up to every balding guy who's trying to work on it and just be like, dude, just get rid of it.
Well, that's like the guy with the toupee,
Right.
or the wig or whatever.
Right.
Those guys, they think they're pulling it off.
Right.
They're like, wait, what are you talking about? No one can tell it's a hairpiece. Like, everybody can tell. They're
Right.
just too nice to say anything.
Right.
You look ridiculous. You would look
Right.
so much better if you just
I know.
trim it. Or just let us see whatever's going on. 'Cause
Let's bring back the curtain of the Oz,
Yeah.
and let's see what you got.
it's the same with like the comb over. I mean, I've seen so many of them that are so bad
the
that
comb
if
over.
I were to go bald, I would just straight up shave it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to deal with that.
And it took me a while, because the first time I just buzzed it like real short everywhere. And that was my thing for a while. And then for some reason, like, I tried straight raising it in the shower. So much better. Like, I mean, the upkeep is a little bit more. You got to spend a little time in the shower.
Don't you have to? Was there a time period where like you had to get accustomed to it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you'd get really
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, it would get real red and sensitive, and like hot water on it, because that skin's not meant to be shaved, and they got all kinds of things for it. But yeah, balding guys out there, let
Shave
it go, let it go.
let it go.
We are going to go ahead and take a break. Coming up after the break, we got to talk about Spaceballs. Thank you guys for listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
You're listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
We have breaking news from the vaping industry. For all you tobacco smokers and tobacco company stockholders, listen up, because this is very important. Now, I know we're all grown-ups here, and this isn't a middle school health class. We all know smoking is bad. I'm not here to preach. I just want to talk to you about vape shop business. Vaping is the new hot niche, and that is taking entrepreneurs by storm. You have to understand one thing. As customers, vapors are unique, and in that they are highly passionate about vaping. Like women in shoes. It's funny because it's true. People love vaping. It's just flavored liquid nicotine, no tobacco, no smoke, just vapor. Even if you don't smoke or vape, or at very least, you should be aware of this new industry. Vape shop owners average about $300,000 in annual revenues, and that's not per owner. That's per store. $300,000